Good afternoon to everybody. If I can only have a nickel, I tell you what I do. If I only had a nickel, I tell you what I do. Communication. One between two. Double nickel. 55. Communication. Earth towards D. Communication 6. 10-4. All that I just spoke right now is easily visible if it can be explained on these cubes over here. And the only 5 you have is 55. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 plus 5 is 10. How can we create 10? 5 and 5. The reverse is 2 and 2. Is this 2 and 2, 4, or is this 22? How can we say it? So there's different, how can I say it? There's different definitions. So it's always diagnosed as to say in the spelling bee, as or in the court system, as reference to. I don't know how my cat got out. My door's halfway open, or she pulled it open. Oh, my cat's in between. My cat's funny. She's in between the door and the screen right there. So anyways, I just want to jump on to this video. It's about male and female, right? Male and female, the female and the male. Female and the male. So you go to your wall and you take a socket and you plug in the male, the double male, into the female. You plug it into the female, the double. Anyways, let's get into male and female through the design artwork and the letters in the alphabet and their numeric understanding. The letter B is the second letter in the alphabet. The reverse alphabet is the letter Y. So if one is the reverse of the other, if this is female, I will use this as male. Therefore, 2 plus 5 equals 7. 2 times 5 equals 10. 10 plus 7 equals to 17. Let's stop. 10 slash 1 plus 0 equals to 1. So now 52 Earth is where we get our 1771 from this equation. But it's not only in this equation, because the second part of this equation, okay, is 10 minus 3, equals, no, I don't want to do it that way. It's too long. Right. I want to do 10 minus 7 equals 3. So now we have the two ends of our creation where our 17Q that comes together is reduced down to 3 for creation, alpha beta creation. 3. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 3. 7 and 1, where we had 7 before, together, 5 and 2 is 7. Now we have 7 and 1. So the redesign is over here, 13. So I'm not sure if I gave it a sex, but this is male. And what happens with the mail? You receive information, somebody sends the mail, and they put it into the envelope. The envelope is female. The letter is male. This is how I separate things. I mean, when you put something in, that's female. And then you lick it and you close it, right? And then somebody gets it, they get pregnant with information, and they get the mail delivered. So I don't know if you want to agree with me, disagree with me. This is my theory, but these are all real, okay? So now we have what we know as B2 male, Y25 equaling to 7. Now we get the female. How in the world do I get a female 7? When the calculation to create the 7 is 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 will equal to that 7. Can we do that somewhere?
1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to that 7. For minus 3, sorry, for minus 3 equals to 1. So look at that. We came back to that number over here, 1 and 7, through this equation, irregardless of whether I use the minus sign, whether I use the multiplication, whether I use the addition. This is how I came to the same result. I don't want to pull too many magic tricks with the number to create it. So now we have the B male, the Y female 7, 2, and 5. Okay, now we're going to try and find out. You see over here, we had 3 and 4. Is one of these female and male in these numbers that created the 7? So where am I going next? Now when we get to number 13, the reverse alphabet, okay, of 13, of the creation of the letter B is 14. This is the reverse. 4 and 5 is the reverse. 1 and 3, 4, 1 and 4, 5. Talking about the sun and the pass inside the sun. And 13 is the male right now. But 7 in this situation is the female. But should I split it up? Because this calculation is towards the A alphabet, and this is toward the N numbers. N, okay, the thing about A1 and N14 is that if the alphabet was split, it would be A through M13, A through M13, reverse N13 through Z first. I just did this backwards, reverse alphabet. Okay, starting with Z first and N13th. These would be the same. Z and A would be the same. So here it's A through N, and then N through Z26. Notice the way the first part of the alphabet ends on 13. It just doubles up. But the first part of the alphabet, there's a difference of 13 numbers. Between here and here, the difference is 13 numbers. Between here and here is 13 numbers. But the difference over here is a huge calculation. It is also 1 in Mars. Sorry, that's Mars always comes together all the time. Always about the Mars cars. I'm not sure if I have confused anybody. So now we have the number that creates the letter, in which the 13 is a reverse to 14, or 1 and 3, 4, 1 and 4, 5. 5 is female. So now we got to go, 5 is female. And the reason for that, okay, is because of the R letter. When you design the R, it looks like a 1 and 2. And that becomes the female. That means if R is female, then the, I'm just trying to think. There's many things. If the R is female, then the reverse is I male. So if this is I male and this is B male, this is B I male. So you go BI male, so you go 13 BI male. So I'm just trying to, I have to understand the communication between this reality. And here we go, Y is female and R is female. Here we have the R, Y female. Here we have 2 plus 9, okay? These two letters, 2 plus 9 plus 13 equals to 24. I'm just looking around for things, We also came up with that 13 is male. That means 14 has to be female. So now we have 14 is the female. 14 is the reverse of 13 in numbers. R is the reverse of I, and Y is the reverse of B. So that's how I put these together. 14 plus 18 plus 25 equals 67, plus 24 equals to 91, the spirit. The spirit of the day of the cat, communication of 76. So now I wanted to go to the second part, where was the equation? 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3 and 2. Where did I get that on this paper here? Everybody's seen the same thing that I am? Okay, I don't see it. It could be on the last page because I did do a... Oh, yeah, I did it over here. Okay, so let me see if I have it on this page. Here, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3 and 2, 5. 1 times 2 equals 2. So we have the 5 over here. The 3 minus 2 equals 1. So we have 5, 1, and 7, 1. And what's funny is that the equation returns into each other. Let's not go there right now. Let me stop. This area where 3, 2 comes in, this answer together and 2 and 3 together will create the same numeric answer. 3 times 2, 6, 1 plus 5, 6. 3 plus 2, 5, 5 times 1. They crisscross each other. So here we have the E female because of what number 1 and 2 does together. And what do we get? The opposite in the alphabet is V, and that'll be 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 equals to 4, equals to 4. Now, the funny thing about the letters and this is that the reverse of this, I mean, not the reverse, but the same house where 1 and 3 come together, right? 1 and 3 come together. Why? Because the 13th letter we spoke before, we spoke about the 13th letter before inside of B, right? This is so confusing. So when we spoke about the 13th letter inside of B, we have 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 3 equals to 4. 3 times 4, 4 plus 3 equals to 12, and 7 equaling to 19. So this male spirit, okay, the artwork that turns into the alphabet, right, will create the female inside the singular square. That means we need 4. This says we need a minimum of 4 or 8. Okay, and the reason for that is either we're going to have, either we're going to have 4, and then we're each going to go into our own house. Each go into our own house. Here's one house here.